Hi everyone, it's Helen here and thank you very much for joining me for another Christmas in July tutorial. So this one is a scoreboard make. It's something that I've made before from one of my Halloween series, but we're going to be making a Christmas version today, and these are all the bits that you're going to be needing. So I do have a cutting and scoring guide on my website, and so you don't have to take any notes, but I will give you some quick measurements. So this first piece here, let's tell you what I'm making first. It's a swing box. There we go. So the first piece here is basically the length of an A4 sheet of cardstock, which is 1/8 over a 11.5, so that's 11 5/8 of an inch, and that wide it's 2 inches. Now these are my two boxes. These are 5 by 5 each. This is the lid. This is 5 1/16 of an inch. It's 1/16 of an inch. I sounded a bit Australian then. And this one measures 3 by 2, and that is our extra piece to join onto this section here. It will all become clear as we move along. And I'll also be using these beautiful Holly Jolly papers. This is now available as a digital collection. It's basically last year's Christmas papers from Simply Made Crafts. It's now available as digital, and I've printed those off. I will leave the printer paper card that I've used to print that off as well. I do use an eco tank, but it's no longer available, so if you do want an eco tank, do some research and find one that you really like. Okay, so let's move on now to our scoring. Again, the cutting and scoring guide is online, and that will be linked down below. Move my Christmas trees out of the way. Right, let's start with the boxes first. So we're going to score at 1 inch on all 4 sides, and I'm using just some lovely green cardstock here. Do the other one, and then whilst we've got the scoreboard out, I'm going to do the lid as well. I have written lid on my lid section because it's a very similar size to the bases here. It's going to be really hard for you to see, but there is just a slight overlap on all of the sides there. So I've written lid on that, and I'm going to score that at 1 inch as well. Okay, scoreboard over. Let's get cutting and folding. So I'm going to use my bone folder again for this. I'm going to fold down all of the sides, and then I'll show you exactly where to cut. Okay, so I'll just quickly demonstrate on one box, and then I'll put the rest together off camera. So I'm just going to grab myself some scissors, and hoping you can see this. Let's have a look. Yes, you should be able to. I have some score lines here. We're going to cut up to the left hand side of the score line. So the score line is attached onto this square. Then we're going to taper in and cut that score line off completely, and then we're going to taper up the other side, and that is our tab for joining our box together. And we're going to do the same for the other box and for the lid as well. Okay, so those are all cut now, so we're going to grab some glue. I'm going to be using Cosmic Shimmer because it's super strong after it has dried, and it also dries really fast as well, so it's going to be perfect for making boxes and gift bags and things. Okay, so I've taken the glue pretty much up to the score line there because I don't want any loose bits coming off there. Okay, there is our first box done. So do the same for the other box, but leave the lid until very last. Okay, so we're going to work on these bits next. So after I put that together, we're going to work on those. Okay, so we have our trays here, and we're going to be adding our mats last. So let's move on to this strip here. So we're not going to do any scoring with the scoreboard with this one because it's better to do a custom fold for this because we're wrapping this around the box and it's just so much easier to do it this way. So I'm just folding that over. I've lined everything up around this corner here and I'm folding it there, so I have my little crease, and then I'm lining it up on both sides, and then I'm going to fold that down with my bone folder. Okay, so that is our first side done for the wrap. Okay, and then we're going to do it again on the other side until we work our way all the way around. And don't forget to line it up either side to get good straight lines. There we go. And then the last one, you will see that there is a little bit of leftover here, or not enough. So we have this little gap here, so that is what this little piece of card is for. Okay, so you will see we have all of these equal pieces and this shorter piece. Now this one covers this one completely, and it's got that extra length here just on there, just to reach to the end of the box. So let's get that glued on. Now add your glue to this one here and not the back to this one. Okay, there we go, just line that all up, and we're going to leave that just to dry for a few moments. Okay, so that's all dried off now mostly, so we're going to take this smaller box here, just do a quick dry run. We're going to glue it to these two sections here on the left at the bottom, just like that. Then with this one, we're going to go on the top section and glue it on the other two on the right hand side here, so it's going to swing open and give us a lovely little treat box. Okay, so let's get those glued down. So add your glue just to two sides. And then two sides here on the other one. It does help to kind of overlap this over the top there as we do this, just so that we know that it has the spacing to close properly inside each other, just like so. And then this needs a good amount of time to dry properly. Okay, so we're going to set that aside, and then we're going to work on our lid. Okay, so let's pop this together now. I'm just going to do two sections on two sides and get those glued down first. And this is perfect now, especially if you find your box lids do get a bit of a tight fit. We can then custom close these ones here. So let's add our glue to here. Then we're going to place it over our box and then glue these tabs closed, because then we know it's going to be just the right fit. So pop this on here. There we go. And then tuck this in here at the side. And tuck that there in the side as well. Now I'm going to leave that to dry completely. Okay. Now there is a cutting guide for the mats. I'm going to cut my mats out now and get this covered, but there is a cutting guide for all of the mats on my website. That link will be down below, and everything is there, including this video and the supplies that I've used. So let's get matting. Okay, so I finished my box. I have all of the mats done now. I didn't put one on the bottom, but you can do if you want to. I've popped on some pom-pom trim here. I'll see if I can link this down below. I got mine from Amazon a couple of years ago, but I'm sure it's still there. And I've used the Joy to the World. I've got loads of glue strings here actually, but I've used the Joy to the World die set here, Christmas words die set. You get the tag as well. I absolutely love that one. This is currently $9.99 at the moment. And let's open this up. Opens up like that, and this is what it looks like when it's all decorated as well. I just need to add 2 more mats to these 2 sides and this one here, and then that is all done. And this just pops on there, so it's going to be perfect for little chocolates that you can get in those net bags, or some chocolate coins. I love those, so it's going to be perfect for holding lots of goodies in there. There's loads of room there for lots of treats. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me for this one. You can subscribe down in the corner if you wish to see more Christmas projects, and there's going to be more towards the end of the year as well. So this is our main Christmas in July event, and there'll be more Christmas things coming along, as well as Halloween in the next few months. So I'm really looking forward to that too. So give me a thumbs up if you like this one. The cutting and scoring guide is down below, and I'll see you again next time.